Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Much peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. This is going to be a real quick lunchtime video, and it's going to be based off of this comment. I was just scrolling through some different recipes, vegetable soup recipes and things like that. And, I was just scrolling through the comments to see how people liked it, etc., etc. And I ran across this comment here. It says, Nigerian here. My grandfather lived to 114, born in 1900 and died in 2014. And right out the gate, I was like, damn, 19, he was born in 1900, So he died, it's that 11 years ago, 12 years ago now? All right, it's 2016, or not 26, I'm tripping, 2026. So, give or take, roughly, depending on what time of the year it was. But that wasn't, it was one decade ago, bro, But to be born in 1900, he saw the entire world change from slavery. You know what I mean? And we say this, but people don't get it. People don't understand. That was such a long time ago. You still have people that was alive in 2014, 2013, 2015, etc. Even now, pretty sure that was alive during that time. Not everybody, but you still have some people who have lived that long to see, the transition from literal Jim Crow laws, hardcore slavery, Jim Crow laws, civil rights movement, all the, BS, etc. until now. Technology, because you remember technology didn't really skyrocket until like 2007-ish. When the internet really got popping, YouTube got popping, apostles got on the internet, on YouTube. And then, online gaming started around like 2012, 2011, etc., give or take. And after that, it's just been, the internet has just been booming, right? But what piqued my interest was just how long this person lived. And, the scriptures say, where is that at? Let me see here. Let me see if I can find that. Bear with me 1 second. Psalms 90 and verse 10. Psalms 90 and verse 10. 1 second. I'm about to go to it. Psalms chapter 90 and verse 10. It says, the days of our years are 80 years and 10. Right? A score is 20. So 80 will be 60, and 10, which is 70. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off and we fly away. So 80 years will be 80, right? So in this psalm, it tells us that a lot of our age capped will be at 80. You got men barely making it to 50 nowadays in these last days. So for a man to live that long is a miracle in itself. But I'm gonna read some more of this comment because this is also a testament to you brothers and you sisters out there about your diet. Because your diet is very important. Yes, we have the unfortunate luxury of fast food, right? it's a luxury because, some days you might really just ain't got nothing cooked. So you gotta like, man, fuck it, I gotta go. Let me hit this one spot up, grab something real quick, whatever. So, let's read a little bit more of this. It says he ate whatever he liked, but didn't eat past 7 p.m. Now, back in the day, 1900, you understand GMOs wasn't really popping like that, all that other stuff. So, food was more authentic around that time, especially even 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 40 years ago. But nowadays, in these last days, 20 years ago, 15, 10, this food is garbage. No nutritional value. Everything is pumped with antibiotics, hormones, etc. They lie and tell you that's not. And this is all, they're continually poisoning people with red 40, yellow 5, you name it. It says once in a while he would fast. He fasted 40 days when he was in his 30s. Now I don't know all about that, The only man I know who fasted for 40 days and 40 nights was Yahushua. And I believe if anybody else try to fast that long, shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, it could have been a water fast. It could have been a fruit fast or whatever. We don't know the details, but I don't believe that he did a dry 40-day, 40-night fast. I don't believe that. It says once in a while he would fast even as he got older. Never had dementia or any major disease. Drank a shot of whiskey for his stomach upset. Remarried at age 106. So 106 years old, he remarried. That's only 14 years. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, 8 years. Bad math. 8 years. From the time he passed. So I guess he was dealing with, I wouldn't even know if he's dwelling with his new wife for about 8 years before he passed away. It says, honestly, I think it's the little things. Some people do all the right things and still die young. And the scriptures say, whoever perishes being innocent, doing the right thing. A lot of these people are perishing and dying because they're wicked. Scriptures say, Romans 6:23, for the wages of sin is death, right? Continuing, it says, lifestyle, like stress level and genetics, play a role too. Few of his family members died in their hundreds too. So their whole family was living from 1900 until the 2000s. You see, my grand uncle 115, great grandma 105. They didn't eat anything special, but I heard their foods were more natural. I wish everyone a long, healthy, and happy life. Thanks for sharing your recipe. And like I said, this is a testament to your eating habits, brothers and sisters. Right? Don't be out there eating cookies and cake and chocolates and all this every single day, all day long. Yes, it's cool to have a little snack. You might even have a little, you might have a so-called unhealthy meal. Might get you a double stacked cheeseburger with extra lettuce and tomatoes and whatever, however, I don't know, extra cheese, whatever. I'm just saying stuff. Or you might get a extra large pizza with all your lawful toppings, right? But that doesn't mean you should be eating like that every day or even multiple days. Like you might have a couple days where you got some leftovers. You might be eating on them leftovers, but after you're done with that, it should be healthy eating. You should be eating vegetables, lentils, vegetables, lean meat, right? You want to make sure your diet consists of complex carbs, sweet potatoes, different things like that. And allow your body to be nourished. Now, we understand that a lot of the food that we eat does not have nutrients. Majority of the, but there's ways you can supplement those things. Different spices, herbs, look into the different spices, cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, you name it. It's a lot. It's a lot of different things out there, different herbs, basil, parsley, cilantro. The list continues. And this is why having guidance is important, because when you growing up, a lot of our parents, they were either working hard, they didn't really have time to cook, and if they did have time to cook, it was something quick. When they did have time, they might cook some nice, decent meals, but for the most part, hey, Jake wasn't growing up with healthy home cooked meals, because you say, oh man, my mama used to cook, but a lot of it had pork, a lot of it was shrimp. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that now that we have this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, how about Shemi Shai brought, poured the Spirit back upon us. We gotta treat our temple correctly, man. The scriptures say that we are the temple of the Most High. Let's grab it. This is 1 Corinthians 3:16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. So you got to make sure you're taking care of your temple. Change your diet. Try some new recipes. So, I don't like how that tastes. We got to stop. We got to get out of that childish mentality. This is what got our ass whooped in the wilderness when we were eating the manna. Or the quail. I believe it was the quail. It was the quail or the manna. But Jake was murmuring, because they didn't like the taste of it. The Lord, hey, you got to understand, a lot of times the things that don't really taste that great be some of the healthiest stuff for you. Some people can't stand avocados. I don't like the taste of avocados. I don't like the texture. It's always about the texture, But if you prepare it and you put it in your body in a way where the texture isn't abusive to your taste buds, then you'll be able to be nourished by it. But some people, they get turned off by something that's healthy and they just completely avoid it forever. And that's not the mindset that we should be in. Let's see here. I believe, where's that at? Oh, 38. This is Sirach 38:1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which ye may have of him. For the Lord Yahweh hath created him. For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. The Lord Yahweh hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So you have to understand that there's different things out there that will help you with your health, right? Anti-inflammatories, antimicrobials, antibacterial, different properties that will help balance out the gut, kill parasites and reactivate your gut so that you can digest properly. A lot of people on this earth, digestive system is locked up with feces, they're clogged up with feces, man. Let's see, one more scripture and then I gotta get out of here. This is Sirach 30 in verse 14. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. So it's better to be poor and have good health than to be rich and be jacked up, man. Verse 15, health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. So when you realize that those days where you might be jacked up financially, whatever, jacked up, living situation, whatever, anything. However, the Heavenly Father has your certain predicament. Hey, if you are in good health, hey, you're in the best case. Because when you sick and you jacked up, your stomach, you ever had that stomach ache where you just like, oh, you just can't, you can't get right. No, we don't like that. That's not good. So you want to constantly feed your temple with herbs, and healthy foods that will keep you moving, energetic, and shit holy, man. Right? Because we're not eating the king's meat. Daniel said, he said, give us post to eat. And it says that their faces were fattier than they that ate the king's meat. So, eating more vegetables, more fruits. It's okay to eat a burger here and there. It's okay to eat a slice of pizza here and there, especially if you're in your younger years. Now, if you up there in age, it's best to stay away from that stuff. Yeah, you can have a little something here and there, but if you're trying to eat that every week, every other day, you're going to have health problems. So I just wanted to make that real fast with the Spirit. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor again to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Chagadash. Shalom.